same for real ones. A bunch of weirdos, mumble rappers don't feel them. Lying all in they rap, talking about how they kill something. Only drama they know is if TNT films something. No chill button, I'm straight up with no chase. Straight up. Speed racer in the whip, switching lanes on a money route. Looking like an Indiana pacer. Gold all over, blue paper on the jewel. That's the only thing I'm dropping while delivering this news. Wrong with it. Been nice since the delivery room. Service niggas like an auto shop. I remember them train rides, the Autobahn. Pound of purple in my backpack. The whole car smell like haze. The moves I made for the paper, I have you amazed. My appearances in front of the judge have you afraid. Play my cards right, cutting like a handful of spades. On my downfall they prayed, still came out on top. Still put the nation on my back, just passed me the rock. Got the game on the line and I'm taking a shot on my cold shit. Provide the blueprint on my whole shit. Whole shit. Verbz stacking dividends, they hating on the kid. They don't want to see me win again. Thought a nigga was washed, hit the button like Benjamin. But one time, reverse engineering, there's no clearance for the sample that I'm giving you. I'm living proof. I am. That dreams come true if you make them. Visualizing your goals, embrace risk, gotta take them. That's why I'm different from you dudes. Gifted, I'm a move. I don't know a nigga better. Quite frankly, I'm amused at the fact that people make statements then a backtrack. The Lord don't suit us, I'm a class act. Just threw Jesus under the bus, okay, Judas. I don't snitch, ain't no talking when the pigs come. Stand on my word like I'm walking on scriptures, nigga. Man of my word, it's the script that I stick to, nigga. Lord of the land, I evict the nigga, watch me. The most wanted, got the game where I want it. Say my name if you want it. Brooklyn bullshit, I'm on it, yeah. Drop the go yard on the house, I just moved to Texas. The only else I'm owning is a blunt or Lexus. Continental breakfast at the Waldorf. If a bitch come to my room, she got her drawers off. You haul off, better get the moving. When that beef like call me brewing, and my niggas get the shooting. Only time you rock designer if you lootin'. Boy, I'm patient and I'm prudent. I ain't rushing like I'm Putin. I'm always in the flyer shit you never seen. I'm always gonna be relevant. Evergreen. I'm always gonna be relevant. Evergreen. I'm always gonna be relevant. Fuck you talking. King of New York, Christopher Walken. They pissed when I walk in. I demand attention. Got my name up in the comments and all of your mentions. What I gross from one show is like all of your pension. My thieves sporty, please shorty, we don't want no pensions. Came a long way from the slums, I'm talking poor conditions. Got it out the mud, brother, more ambitious. I don't do religion, but my wardrobe Christian. Louis Vuitton, Dior, the new edition. You sweet as candy, girl, like new edition. Every time we crushing, I put you in new position. I dropped the go yard on the house, I just moved to Texas. The only else I'm owning is a blunt or Lexus. Continental breakfast at the Waldorf. If a bitch come to my room, she got her drawers off. You haul off, better get the moving. When that beef like call me brewing, and my niggas get the shooting. Only time you rock designer if you lootin'. Boy, I'm patient and I'm prudent. I ain't rushing like I'm Putin. I'm always in the flyer shit you never seen. I'm always gonna be relevant. Evergreen. I'm always gonna be relevant. Evergreen. Comes the ball and I'm the best. Kevin Durant. 7 figures what I net. Don't do nothing less. Making power moves. I'm talking big steps. I'm a big stepper. So what you expect? I'm just out here getting to that bag. I present a different swag. Get out your feelings. What you mad? What you had was in the past. I'm the present. I don't argue with no peasants. I ain't threatened by no weapon formed against me, cause I'm always in the flyer shit you never seen. I'm dripping in finesse. Never dream of being anything less than successful. My life special, shrewd businessman. I'm a high level. I dropped the go yard on the house. I just moved to Texas. The only else I'm owning is a blunt or Lexus. Continental breakfast at the Waldorf. If a bitch come to my room, she got her drawers off. You haul off, better get the moving. When that beef like call me brewing, and my niggas get the shooting. Only time you rock designer if you lootin'. Boy, I'm patient and I'm prudent. I ain't rushing like I'm Putin. I'm always in the flyer shit you never seen. I'm always gonna be relevant. Evergreen. I'm always gonna be relevant. Evergreen.
Blessing to me, my family, my life, and I appreciate it.
Brother, let's cut that back. Like I said, I always try to express my appreciation, to everybody. It's a lot of
perspective, real empowerment, you better be respected. Lady Fresh on that motherfucking check-in. Squeezy got her back, she stay protected. Just a fresh perspective, real empowerment, you better be respected. This for the dreamers, it's to get you through the night now. Not for the haters that you they don't come outside.
Lady Fresh Brown, and that's just kind of started from there.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Yeah. Lady Fresh, keep it real, and that's a fact. She gon' tell it like it is, that's just that on that. Yeah, that's just that on that. This the fresh perspective with Lady Fresh. Lady Fresh, keep it real, and that's a fact. She gon' tell it like it is, that's just that on that. Yeah, that's just that on that. Tune in every week, rockin' with Lady Fresh.
Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let's go ahead and take this off. Hey, guys. What's up? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Fresh Perspective. So first and foremost, I have to say thank you to everybody for coming out. I appreciate the love. Please make sure you share this live. Let's get the likes up. We have a really great episode tonight. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. My mic always acting crazy. But I have to ask you guys, what do you think about my hair? Lady Fresh is a redhead today. Yep, I'm about to be y'all favorite redhead. Okay. So we got a great show for you tonight. We have Mr. Rich Verbz in the building. I can't wait till I get all my drops and stuff so I can be playing my music when I have my guests come on. So I have him in the back. So we're not going to take up too much time, but I do want to acknowledge people that's in the chat. Let's see. All right, computer, you're going to act right today. All right. So shout out to Behind the Bar 2.0. You guys, if you did not see the interview with BDB, it is up on my page. It went down for a little while, but we got it back up. And so we did an amazing interview with the one and only Maine the Milkman last week. It is my highest viewed video, of course, because it's Maine and people want to know what's up. And since then, I noticed that my content's been streaming on a few different platforms. Thank you for the love. Whatever you used it for to try to clear names and, just, address some issues, it's totally fine with me. As long as some resolve comes at the end of it, that's what it's all about. Pamela J, salute. My Lotus Flower Bomb, salute. Bishop, my Grant Dude, salute to you. My Jin, as always, thank you for supporting. Harlem Girl, love you, Nisi Poo. Thank you for supporting. Jay Savage, one of my drunk uncles. We got to get another episode on the books, you guys. So, we need to figure that out. Queen Kel, salute. Fresh Breezy, my king. As always, salute to you. My boo. I don't know if I said hi, but hello, baby girl. Thank you for tuning in. So again, we have Rich Verbz here today. He's gonna come and give us a little bit of an update on what he's been up to. We did interview him back on the Roz and Fresh show last year. He dropped some dope music for us. It was amazing. So that's the music that you heard at the beginning of the show. His intro off his latest album, and then my favorite, Evergreen, off the first album. We're going to be playing more of his music a little bit later on in the show, but we're going to be talking about his new podcast and all of his new ventures that he is partaking in now. So a nice little update we're going to be doing now. I'm going to play a little clip just to familiarize you guys with him. Just in case you didn't get a chance to see him on the last show, the Rise and Fresh show clips are still up. So go ahead and check those videos out. I'm going to play a little clip from when he joined us last year.
Cancel culture is a horrible thing, man. And we all know it's an agenda behind it, right? But yeah, cancel culture need to be canceled. to be honest with you, we need to do away with cancel culture altogether, right? Like it should be a culture of correcting people, not canceling people, right? So and just to be, transparent, everybody don't need to be corrected. Some people need to stand strong in their stance. Like we don't all have to agree on everything. We're individuals for a reason. We're not the same. We don't think the same. We got different opinions. We got different views, different mindsets. So everybody should be entitled to say whatever they want to say. You get what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. And the society we live in right now, everything is extra sensitive. Everybody is sensitive.
Yep. So that was just a little clip from his first appearance with us on the Rise and Fresh show. And we have him back here tonight. I'm super excited. I'm going to add him to the screen. You guys, welcome Mr. Rich Verbz.
Hey, what's going on, ladies? Guys? Sound better now?
It's an echo. You have
1 second.
Okay. I think it's better now. You had
better?
Yeah, you had two things up. You had two cameras up.
Okay.
They were interfering with each other. I closed it out. So all right. Rich Verbz, welcome to the Fresh Perspective.
Thanks for having me, Lady Fresh. It's good to be back.
I'm so excited about tonight's show. We originally crossed paths. I don't like to say met because we didn't actually meet each other in person, but we crossed paths on Clubhouse.
Correct.
Yes. And, we both would share out, our content, like what we were doing. And at the time for you, it was music, and I was promoting the Rise and Fresh show. And I thought your music was dope. So I invited you to do the show, and you so graciously blessed us with your presence. And I promised you, because of that stream, it was so many technical issues. I said, I'm going to have you back. We're going to do this again. At the time I didn't know it was my own show, but here we are. So what's Verbz been up to?
So as you know, I started the podcast, 2 P's in the podcast, with my homie DK. So we've been doing that. Also been doing real estate investing, and just continue grinding with the music, trying to get it out there, get it to the right people, and just get it circulating more. That's all.
Absolutely. And I know you moved from Brooklyn to Dallas.
So I'm right outside of Dallas, but yeah, I'm in Texas now. Yes.
Okay, he left New York City to go to Texas. Nah, but that's a smart move. I mean, you get so much more for your money, land, you're not living on top of each other. It's a good move. I mean, when I left New York, I never went back. I go back and visit, and I get annoyed just with the visits. So,
yeah. I feel you. And every time I do go back, it's the same thing. It's the same way I left it. So I'm never really missing anything.
Right. Just the people and then head on out.
Right.
So we're going to talk today about all of those things. I want to talk about your music. I want to definitely dive into the podcast. I'm actually going to drop your link in the chat so that my mods can rotate the link to the show all night. I want them to just rotate it throughout the entire night. You guys, I want you to go over. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and drop it right now. If my mods can please copy this link and go ahead and get everybody to go over and start subscribing to Two Peas in a Podcast. I love that name. I definitely got to ask you how you guys came up with that. But as far as your music, so we just listened to your intro off the last album and Evergreen, which is my favorite song. And so what can we expect in the future from Rich Verbz as far as the music?
So I have an album coming out July 7th. So that's 7/7. And it's titled RRL7. So that's RRL7. That's the name of the album. And Evergreen was the first single from that album. That was the first song I released from the up-and-coming album.
Okay. And so how many albums is this going to be for you?
Have I done?
Yes.
This would be 3 as far as albums, but I have done like other projects like mixtapes and stuff like that. But as far as albums, this would be the 3rd.
Yes, you guys, you definitely got to cop the album. I'm going to be putting up some of the thumbnails so that you can see your music. It was something about your music when you played it on Clubhouse that was captivating, especially Evergreen, the message behind it. So for the people who didn't see the first show, can you remind us what was your mindset when you were recording Evergreen?
So I wrote Evergreen from the perspective of just like evergreen means to be relevant, like forever be relevant. So as far as me, with my skills and ability in the music industry, I feel like I'm gonna forever be relevant because I'm different. I'm a breath of fresh air. I'm authentic. I'm original, and I bring my own style and flavor to it. So that was the significance behind Evergreen. It was just letting people know that I'm here and I'm gonna forever be relevant.
That is my favorite song so far, and I do love the most recent album as well. And I love hold on, let me find it. I love the cover of it, how you crossed out wait, wait as in slow down, wait.
Yeah,
that was actually really creative.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Well, I'm an artist, so I get creative a lot, and that was like a play on words on top of like double entendre and still, making it all come together because it's like worth the wait, meaning that I'm actually worth the weight in gold, weight wise, WEIGHT. But at the same time, a lot of people kept asking for this project. So I titled it, it was worth the wait. Like, okay, you might not have got it when you wanted it, but when you get it, you're going to enjoy it. So it'll be worth the wait.
It was definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it.
Appreciate it.
Excellent. I love the play on words. I be trying to play on words too, with the fresh perspective. Lady Fresh.
I like the fresh perspective. I like that.
You like that?
Lady Fresh, and then you came with the fresh perspective.
Yeah, so it made sense. We've been toying around with the idea of having to change the name because there's quite a few the fresh perspectives on YouTube, but I don't think anybody the fresh perspective like Lady Fresh is the fresh perspective. Right. We got that. But so definitely looking forward to hearing some more of your music. Like I know that was what our connection was first, but now you have extended out into doing and branching off into doing so many other wonderful things as opposed to just the music. Now we have, Rich Verbz is in real estate, Rich Verbz, the podcaster. And so we're gonna get into you know, the podcast, you know, your friendship with DK, because I love the dynamic of the two of you guys on screen. But first, I think we gonna do a freestyle right now?
Oh, I'll give the people some bars. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it.
You know, I'm all for it. I put you on the big screen and let's do this freestyle.
Let's go.
Okay, so you guys, we're gonna do a freestyle, Mr. Rich Verbz. Let me go ahead and get your music going. You guys, as we're going through this interview, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. You know, Fresh Breezy will make sure that I get them. And we just gonna do it like that. Okay, so which freestyle we gonna do right now? Let's see.
Just throw on a beat, whichever one you would just throw on a beat.
All right, I
we
got
gonna go.
you. We gonna do this. We gonna do this right now.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, you can turn it up a little more. Yeah. Okay. Top of my game, I'm surpassing the competition. Smash on the opposition. I'm just what the art been missing. I've been sitting here on a mission like Detroit Red. Yeah. Marge Simpson with the shit, I had it up to here. Blue in the face, yeah, I named the watch Nipsey. There's no one to compare to me. I'm rare on my hippie shit. No care in the world. Don't worry about what others think. Sort of like Cam when he started wearing pink. Salutations or non-believers and haters out there lying like them fake hate crime allegations. By Juicy Smouye, used to put Kool-Aid on my pickles. Rep the style, baby, deuce, trade nickel. Little by little, I cripple the game. Official, my fiscal year beneficial. I triple my games. I don't trip on no lames. Having opinions of me, I take trips on private planes with Brazilian mommies. Cross the border to Rivera like Geraldo. The way I kick flows, yeah, y'all know. Game winning goals like a Messi or Ronaldo. Get rid of a bro if she messy or don't swallow. Keep her, she bring you peace. That's hard to find like Waldo. That's $1 million worth of game like Gilly and Wallow. Like Jack Harlow, what's poppin'? I'm the only option. All eyes on me. Yeah, I know they watching. The new Tupac, no. The new Big, nah. The first me, yeah. And they know I'm fire. You can't deny that it's apparent I'm all up in your face like a pair of eyes. All that crap you talking, you full of crap like a pair of dies. Shifting the paradigm, keep me a pair of dimes. Hit the studio with it. Living in the gangster's paradise, I'm Coolio with it. Glock on top like I'm Foolio with it. You get it? Handle my business and I mind it at the same time. Yeah. I'm like Kermit sipping his tea, needed an appointment, reservation, and permit to get to me. Use discernment when in these streets, but you earn it should be discreet. Niggas hungry for that money like TLC, they gon' creep. Peep the red light special, that means an infrared beam. I'm night share, enter your dreams and give you some nightmares. Them light stairs ain't scaring no one, I'm right here. I'm so far ahead of you niggas, I'm talking light years. I'm talking light years, I'm so far ahead of you niggas, I'm talking light years. Yeah. VERBALZ, Rich Verbz. Check it out, VERBALZ.com, VERBALZ.
That was fire. Yo, my chat they loved it. They loved it. That was dope.
Thanks, I appreciate the beat. The beat was kind of low. I was spitting. And then when I started rapping, I couldn't really hear the beat. I was like, I hope I'm still on the beat.
You definitely was on beat, and it sound perfect. I'm sorry, it was a little low. Give me 1 second.
No, it's fine. I think it's on my end. I don't think it's you.
No, it was definitely me. I had it connected through my phone, and I forgot to turn it up. But I got you. We got you on the next.
Okay.
On the next one. All right, so let's talk about the podcast.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yes, so when I reached out to Rich and told him I wanted him to do the show again, the first thing he let me know was that he's doing a podcast. You guys, I believe, launched around the same time that I did, maybe a week or two before me. 2 Peas in a Podcast with you, Rich Verbz, and DK. So yes. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you guys to do a podcast together, and what's your connection to DK?
So I met DK when I moved out here to Texas, through my brother and my kinfolk, which is my cousin, who are born and raised in Texas, so they've been out here their whole life. But I met through them, and we kind of like built a genuine connection, you know, just kicking it, talking. And one day we was sitting down, and we was having a long, you know, healthy dialogue, and we just like, man, people need to hear this, right? But prior to that, I have always, you know, was ready to step into that podcast realm. I had started my own one called My POV, but I was busy working at the time. I was working a 9 to 5 at the time, doing the music, doing a bunch of stuff. So I never really got a chance to like really, you know, go forth with that. So when he said, yo, this, you know, I mean, people need to hear this. I'm like, yeah, like I've been trying to do a podcast for a minute. He like, me too. Like I've been thinking about it, but I never really pushed the button on it. And then I was just like, all right, well, we got to make it materialize. And we just went ahead and did that.
Yes, and the content is refreshing, guys, because, well, I'll let you tell it. Tell us what perspective you're coming from, because that, for me, you know, aside from the fact that it came from you and I wanted to support, I definitely felt like we did need to hear it, and we needed to hear the perspective it was coming from. So can
Right.
you tell us a little bit about, you know, what the goal is for Two Peas in a podcast?
Right. So the goal is to give straight men perspective, right? The goal is to be the voice of the people who, quote unquote, is deemed as the, you know, sometimes deemed as the silent majority, right? There's a lot going on in society that we live in right now that a lot of people don't agree with, but they won't speak out against it in fear of being, you know, ostracized or canceled, or someone, you know, saying they offended them and things like that. A lot of people walk on eggshells. So the purpose of our show was to be, you know, unapologetically real, you know, unapologetically true, you know, to ourselves and to our thoughts and our ideologies, and to also, you know, give that perspective, quote unquote fresh perspective, you know, to the people, right? So that was the purpose of creating a podcast. It was just to, you know, give a different voice and a different perspective from what we hear overall. So that's the reason.
So I have a clip here from one of your shows. Let's take a listen.
Let's do it.
That shit like goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it gender bias? You know, I didn't know what alopecia was. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got aloe vera in the house, but I don't know what else. I didn't know if it was some lotion. Yeah. You know, I didn't know what alopecia was. I didn't know if it was a fruit. You know, I didn't know what. And then to come to find out, it's not a life-threatening disease. You know what I'm saying? It's a disease purely that'll make a woman insecure. Can anybody get it? Is it gender bias at all?
No, it's not gender bias.
So anybody can get alopecia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It will cause basically, you know what I'm saying, outside of the hair loss, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, basically just cause insecurities.
Yeah, right. Basically, that's what it is. Because even when you look at the Oscars that day, Regina King and two of the other ladies, I can't remember their name right now, but they was cracking jokes on LeBron James' hairline and his you know, his hair. So and people been doing that for the longest. Niggas crack jokes on Kevin Durant and how his hair is. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, should their moms or their girl get up and go slap the shit out of somebody now when somebody talking about LeBron James see the hair? Yeah. Because I'm pretty
That was one of my favorite clips. I think that was your first show.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The first one, because you guys do pre-records.
So no, so actually, correction. It's not our first one. It's the first one that we published. We still actually have the very first episode in the vault. We ain't released that yet. We gonna drop it though.
Okay, so that one was Will Rock Jada or Jada Rock.
Jada Rock Will, yeah.
So I like how y'all did that. And that was an important episode because it really dived into, you know, what happened that night to make Will Smith respond that aggressively, and was
Right.
it right? You know, and you guys talked about alopecia, which
Right.
I deal with a lot of patients. So what would tell the people a little bit about what your perspective was as far as Will's response to what Chris Rock said
To
about
what happened. So you know, we all watched it. So we seen how Will Smith laughed initially. The whole world seen it, right? And then there's a part in the footage where the camera pans away from them, so you don't really see if an interaction occurred between him and Jada, but you do know you seen him laugh, you seen her frown up and look down, and then when he looks over to her, we don't see nothing else to happen. The next thing you know, he's coming up to the stage to smack Chris Rock. So we know that it was the fact that Jada was upset is the reason why he got up out his seat and went up there and did that. And ultimately, as a man, like I feel like if you're gonna take that initiative to do something like that, then it should have been disrespectful to him from the beginning. Like his own reaction should have been, let me go up here and smack, not laugh and then look at my, oh, you don't like that? Okay, let me go. Because now it makes you look like a sucker. So that was my perspective on it. It just made him look like a sucker.
Right. So what do you have to say about people who were saying, you know, and I thought he was wrong, period. Point blank. Violence doesn't beget violence. Like, that is not the way to handle, especially on such a public platform. Like, we need to be a little bit more of an example of what that wasn't it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, people like to push the narrative that, oh, the Black woman is the most disrespected on the planet and he did the right thing protecting his wife. But how though? Like, what do you have to say about people who say that?
Yeah, I think people who say that is going along with what's being regurgitated in today's society. First and foremost, the Black woman is not the most unprotected species. They're not. It's just not. It's not accurate. It's not. And two, it's like there's a difference between protecting Black women and being stupid, being a simp, being a sucker. Like it's a total different. Like, I wouldn't even say it's a thin line between that. Like it's a double solid line on the highway. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't even just cross over into that easy, because it's not the same, you know? Like that's what I have to say for people who think that way. Or I don't think that, honestly, that's their own natural opinion of it. I think they're just going with what's circulating in the air right now. Like, yeah, that's the theme right now. The theme is, oh, he did what was right. He was protecting a Black woman and so on and so forth. But it's like, so now we're encouraging a Black man to crash and burn to protect a Black woman. Like, what if that was the downfall of his career? What if he started losing everything after that? We're gonna sit back and like, come on.
Yeah, and he started losing a bit for her to only say he was wrong.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, see, and this is the misnomer, because it's like, oh, he's protecting Black women, but what about Black women protecting Black men? What about Jada stopping him from getting up to go that way? Like, nah, baby, right now is not the time. You get what I'm saying? Like, this ain't the correct setting. Why would you allow your husband to go crash out on national television? I know for a fact, like, you know, I speak from my personal experience. Like, I have a woman in my life that she even if we up out in public, and if I was to run into an altercation, like with another dude or whatever, and let's just say whatever, he stepped on my shoe or whatever. If I get into a way where I'm about to go, you know, react or whatever, like, I have the type of woman that's not gonna want to see me, you know what I mean, go that route, because I could potentially go to jail for harming this person or anything like that, right? So if anything, she's gonna try to talk me down. Now, whether I listen to her is a different situation. But as a woman supporting her man, she's gonna try to stop me and prevent me from going that route. And I feel like Jada should have did that for him.
I said the exact same from the second I saw. I thought it was a joke at first, but as you watch it, you realize it's not a joke. And there's still a lot of people who believe it was staged. What are your thoughts? Do you believe it was real?
Yeah, right off the rip, I'm not gonna even hold you. Right off the rip, I said it was staged. I feel it was like, one, Will Smith wasn't. He was allowed to stay there. Nothing happened to him. You get what I'm saying? No charges was pressed against him. Like the way he walked up to the stage and like planted his foot, and the way it damn near looked like Chris Rock leaned into the smack. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things to break it down. But if we're just gonna stick with it at face value and just leave it as it was a real slap, then yeah, that's my perspective of it being a real slap. He played himself like a sucker.
He absolutely did. The only reason why I don't think it was staged is because of, he really took a hit for just going up there, and for someone to go up there and pretend to do something. He really did take a hit. Netflix start pulling his stuff. He started losing endorsements. Like, that's a lot to lose for a staged act. Don't you think?
Well, it's a lot of benefits that came behind that too. For Will, just as much as for Chris Rock. But either way, we don't gotta. That was just my initial, reaction to it. But it's neither here nor there, because I don't feel like it's even that important to really care whether it was staged or not. I feel like Will Smith played himself, like, just flat out. He played himself. Yeah. I tell people all the time, if I was in that position, and that's what I'm saying, like, I'm me, and I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna be phony. I'm not gonna be fake. If something is said and I find it funny and I laugh at it, that means I genuinely found that funny, right? If I look over and I see my ladies upset about it, I'm a funny, sarcastic type of guy. I'll probably be like, come on, babe, like, that shit was funny though. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. I will try to make light of the situation. Like, I'm not about
and be like, I'll get him later, babe. Like
right. So we'll deal with like, I'm not about to jump out the window just because you frowned up.
But I think it became a bigger thing because of who it was. Because we all have seen their history play so much in the public eye with the whole August Alsina stuff and the open marriage, and how she just blatantly disrespects him on
constantly.
So for it to happen with them, I think made it 10 times worse. And I think I saw in the chat somebody said, I think it was Fresh Breezy, who said he believes that it's the black man that is the most disrespected and unprotected.
It is.
I agree.
That's why I made the statement that black women keep saying that, but it's not accurate at all. It's, I just think I didn't go into it because we could have went down a whole nother lane with that. But
right. And that's what I love about your show, because you guys do go on a whole nother lane with stuff. So I'm gonna play another clip.
Okay.
So that people can see, what goes down on 2 P's in the podcast.
That shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it gender bias? I didn't know what alopecia was. For a million crackheads, they know how to cook crack. They know the process. I know a lot of people who will tell you that's a fake pill and that's a real pill.
Or this crack is weak. Or this
but people don't even know if what they're being told is real, because they feel like it's a spiritual obligation. And let's talk about how detrimental that is into the community financially.
Right.
The average pastor makes $100,000 to $140K a year. That's just what the average pastor makes. The average mega church averages $6.5 million a year in revenue. Meanwhile, the average church only costs $3 million to build, and this if it's a mega church. So think about a $3 million building, and that building bringing in $6.5 million a year. So you can build 2 churches when you open up 1. Where's all the money going? So we got to talk about the black dollars and the other community of dollars being in hope, not being in dope, but not also being in the community. And we're going to talk about the fact that the dope dealer, and I don't know why Google said this, only makes an average of $2,500 a year selling narcotics. Now, I understand you got Frank Lucas, But you also got Ray Ray. Ray Ray don't make no money. Ray Ray making enough money to get high, get by, and they're calculating that in too. And they
So before we get into this clip, because this was the hope dealer versus the dope dealer,
Right.
I love that episode. Did he mean to say $25,000 a year, or did he really mean to put 2,500?
Hey, he really meant it really said 2,500. And the first time he read that stat to me, I said the same thing you said. I said, hold up. I said, you sure that ain't supposed to be 25,000? So I'm not sure, you know, where Google got that statistic from, or what type of job, unless they just talking about petty, you know, nickel and dimers. Because if you're talking about like nickel and dimers, it's a possibility that, yeah, that could be correct. You know what I mean? You're thinking about re-up, they buying every pair of Jordans and stuff like that, or, you know what I mean, just blowing money frivolously, then yeah, I can see that. But again, he showed the separation between, like, we're not talking about Frank Lucases of the world.
Right.
You know, we're not talking about those, you know, the big niches of the world. Like, we know they were getting 2,500 every 10 minutes. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, it's a big difference. But the reality is that with the hope, even if we put like a Big Meech and a Frank Lucas, and we put them next to a Jeff Osteen and a Bishop T.D. Jakes, like, the amount of money is one, is not the same, but two, the risk is totally different. Like, this person don't got to worry about going to jail, nor hell, and they can make millions of dollars a year. Whereas the drug dealer, he got to watch out for the stick-up kids. He got to watch out for the feds. He got to watch out for the law. You know, it's more risk involved, and they make less money. So the purpose of the hope dealer versus dope dealer was to show which one is ultimately more detrimental to the Black community. Mm-hmm. Is it the drug dealer, or is it the person that's pushing hope? And that's how we came up with that podcast, that episode anyway.
That was a really good episode. You guys, mods, please make sure you're circulating 2 P's in the podcast in the chat. You guys go over and check out that episode, Hope Dealer versus Dope Dealer. And so tell us, what conclusion did you come to? Which one was more detrimental? You know, because after listening to y'all, it definitely made you think. Well, it made a lot of sense. So what say you?
The hope dealer is worse.
Okay. Y'all got into politics about the top politicians are hope dealers as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. We weren't even talking about politicians, but yeah, they sell hope all day long. That's how they get your vote.
No, you did mention it in the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was talking about Biden and how people get out and vote, however, and you know that politicians.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
As well, and like, so it just made you look at you. I'm telling you guys, they make the most simplest of situations and break it down from a different perspective that will make you think. Like, that makes.
I forgot we mentioned the politicians, Lady Fresh.
I be paying attention. Yeah, you made a really good point. Like, politicians, they sell hope all the time.
Right.
It's even in their campaign slogans sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I definitely dig that one. That was a really good episode. What would you say is your favorite episode to date?
Oh, it's a good one. I have a few that's I like a lot. I would say the abortion one.
I knew it. I was gonna say I think you're gonna
yeah.
I was dropping some gems on that episode. I don't think I have a clip from that episode, but you guys were dropping some gems on there. And you and I talked the other day, and it was your podcast where I learned what is the lady's name? The real lady, Roe v. Wade.
I think Norma McCarvey.
Yes.
Norma McCarvey, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So she was basically exposed on your show, because I didn't even know, like, you know how you don't really follow people a lot of times after, you know, these precedents that get set and, you know, these huge decisions that get made that affect history.
Right.
A lot of times over the years, you actually think about the actual people whose names are
Right.
onto these laws.
Right.
But she was all the way exposed on your show as far as later on in life, how she said she regretted everything. That was the worst decision she ever made. And I believe that she was in like a I think did she marry a woman? I want to say she was in like a domestic partnership later on in life, and she said that she converted her life to Christ. And she realized that abortion, that wasn't what she wanted. She was basically coerced. It was an agenda.
Yeah, right. So I don't know about the woman part, but definitely like she became a devout, Catholic Protestant, and like she was totally against it. And that's what we try to do, is like bring out the stuff that people may not know about, right? Because we all just know what Roe versus Wade. We just, like you said, we just know the case. We know the precedent case, but had to do some research on who Jane Roe was, right? And then once I found that out, I'm like, oh, hold up, like plot twist. So when you think about that, now it makes you fast forward to like Roe v. Wade now and how they talking about overturning it, right? And it's like I wasn't against it from the beginning, but even more so, I'm not against it because the woman who was involved in that case specifically was not in favor of it. And she felt that, it wasn't the right thing to do. And, she was coerced into it or whatever. So therefore, why even still uphold it as a precedent? Like if it was founded on shaky foundation, then we might as well let it go.
But aren't most things founded on shaky foundation? America was founded on the most shakiest foundation. So
absolutely.
I listen. I feel like a woman has a right to choose. There definitely needs to be stipulations on it. Like I don't think you should be able to go in at 6 months or 7 months to terminate a pregnancy. I definitely think incest needs to be taken into consideration. If the woman is violated, against her own will, needs to be taken into consideration. But, there's always going to be extenuating circumstances for everything. So, you guys definitely had a perspective on it. And I really love to see two strong Black men have these conversations and not in a threatening way. It's like, you're giving your perspective, but it's not like they need to do this, they need to do that. Everything I feel like you guys discuss comes from a place of love for Black women, even though we don't always show it.
100%.
We don't always show it to y'all the way that we should. And y'all call us on our bullshit, and we need it. I agree. You guys had an episode about Kevin Samuels.
Right.
Should he be celebrated? And you had on a clip in there from Miss Love
Dorsey.
I can't wait to binge watch her stuff. I really enjoyed what she had to say. I have a friend that is going through that very scenario right now.
We all do.
For real. It's really sad. And so I didn't want to play her clip only because I don't have permission to do it, and just didn't do all the copyright stuff. But Love Dorsey, she's on YouTube. Is that the name of her channel, Love Dorsey?
Yeah, you can find on YouTube, Facebook, Love Dorsey. Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about her content and how she speaks to Black women?
All right. So just to sum it up, to put it together, she is a vulgar, straightforward female Kevin Samuels. Like, she's gonna give it to you, no chaser. She's gonna give it to you raw, and she's giving it to you from a female perspective who is seeing the other side, right? Because what tend to happen is most females generally just see the female's perspective. And I think that's just more so because they choose not to even care about the male perspective. But here's a female who is talking to other females from a man perspective. And that's what I like about her dynamic. And again, not to, I feel like she have her own lane from Kevin Samuels, but just to describe to people who never heard of her or never seen her before, that's how I would sum it up. Like, she's going to be raw and authentic.
I would take that. I would take that. And, you know, DK said something like, I love her aggression. She's aggressive as hell. Like, she's not sitting there like, listen, ladies, stop talking to these men like that. No, she's like, let me tell you something about y'all bitches. Because
Right.
I don't, yeah. And
Right.
listen, some people are not, that's not going to be for some people.
Right.
But see, for me, I didn't have a problem with what Kevin Samuels had to say or with what she had to say because it don't apply to me. I'm not the woman that does that tears down. Now, I'm a New Yorker, so you know, I have a little bit of an attitude from time to time, but that's to be expected. And to be honest, if I didn't have a little bit of an attitude, my husband probably wouldn't even like me. But like, it's the blatant disrespect and the blatant disregard for good men who don't jump when women say jump.
Right.
So she's calling these women on their shit, and we need to hear it. I say we because we all need to hear it, even if it's not us. We still need to hear it because we identified that in some of our friends.
Right.
No, you'd be like, why is she giving this man such a hard time? All he want to do is spend time with his child.
With his kids. Word.
Yeah. And a lot of women are making it difficult. And she makes it very clear. I'm not talking about the deadbeats.
Right.
The deadbeats that don't call, that don't do nothing, that don't spend the money, that don't spend the time. She clarifies that she's not talking about that. She's talking about the men who, you know, they want to be in the child's life, even be in your child that's not theirs life, you know, picking up the slack that the next man left behind. And we are being so disrespectful with our mouths. The things that we say actually have these men sitting back thinking that they're bad men when they're really not.
Right.
So I think, you know, I actually like her delivery and her message a little bit better than what I've heard from Kevin Samuels. I wasn't a follower of his. I just heard bits and pieces. And I like that she is more direct and aggressive versus the sarcasm. It's the sarcasm for me. Because I don't know how to take you when you're being sarcastic. Do I take you for trying to help me? Like, you're really telling me something to help me? Or are you really being a jerk to me? And so that was always my issue with the things that I heard from him, but he definitely spoke some truths. And so if you guys get a chance, go head over to Love Dorsey. She spit some stuff, boy. She be letting these ladies know, like, it's not okay to treat these men like that. Our Black men need to be protected. And that's why I like you guys' show, because you hold nothing back. You are for the Black man. You are for the Black family.
Absolutely.
And if women got out their own way, things would probably go a lot smoother.
Right. Right. Now, this is true.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys did another episode where you talked about Lori Harvey.
Yeah, that was the latest episode, actually.
Let me see if I have that clip. I'm not sure.
That was the latest one.
If this is the one or not. Let me see.
People that's benefiting off us being divided. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So if we eliminate that out the hood, all division, man. I don't care what you used to bang, that's cool, but don't be tripping him because his color different. And hey, man, I don't care what side of town you from. That's good that you probably from your side of town, fam. But stop beefing with him because he from his side of town, fam. We ain't got time for that shit no more now.
Hell
that
no.
shit
and there's a lot of guns all throughout inner city America.
But they pointed at us. We got guns pointed at each other.
Yeah, at each other. Like, and at the end of the day, it's time for us to fucking come together.
When it's a rap video,
really, you gotta like this black murder gotta stop.
Gotta
in the
stop,
city
bro.
hood. Like, this shit gotta stop, bro. Like, it's way overdue. It's long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's another way and another place where that energy should be directed to, and y'all directing it to the wrong people, to your own people.
Mm-hmm.
The shit is not gangster. It's not real. Like, I don't give a fuck what name y'all want to put on it, man. That shit is genocide.
Self-genocide. Goddamn cannibalism.
We fucking doing the job for them.
We might as well be barbecuing each other on the goddamn grill every Sunday. Much motherfuckers we killing and stop going to grocery store. Just become guys.
So that was from the Buffalo shooting episode.
Oh, that was from the
Yes, that was a clip from the Buffalo shooting episode, which was another great episode. You guys have some good topics.
Thank you.
It's like the events happen and y'all do a show.
Yeah, we try that's the goal ultimately, to stay current, and give our perspective on what's going on in today's society. Like when we did the Lori Harvey thing, we went the entertainment route only because we got to diversify. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people out here that don't really want to hear the truth about important things. Like they just like celebrity gossip, entertainment all the time. So for those type of people, we got to throw some content out there for them, but still tap into, the type of topics and conversation that they wouldn't want to hear while we're in those episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job because there were a lot of people, and I think you said during the show that you weren't really following the responses, like the reactions from.
No, I wasn't. Yeah.
I wasn't either. I asked my daughter because she's 20. And it's like, well, I just think it's better that she said no than to keep dragging him along, if she had no intention of marrying him. And
right.
I thought she had a very mature perspective coming from her at that age, and I tend to agree with that. Like I definitely believe, don't block your blessing. Like you got a good quality man, you should hold on to it. But you guys made some really great points about who she is and the fact that she has options. You know what I mean? And so Michael B. Jordan, while he may be a good guy, faithful, all the things that women say they want, right? But he wasn't good enough to marry right now.
Right.
Like there are a lot of people looking at her with the side eye, but everybody's looking at him like, dude, really?
Well, like I feel like you can't really look at Lori Harvey with the side eye because, she have every right to make a decision that she feels what's best for her. First and foremost, she young as hell.
Right.
She's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like 25, right? So that's why I asked on the show. That was my first question was, what was it in their relationship that gave him the impression that she was ready to be married?
That was
because what if she was never talking about marriage and you just jumped out the window and went to propose? Like, bruh, maybe she just was enjoying time with you. She probably wasn't even thinking about spending the rest of her life with you.
So do people actually do that? Like the surprise engagement? Like before me and my husband got married, we talked about getting married. Like it was a conversation. So I didn't even think that people still actually propose to people and never have discussed whether or not they were going to get married. Like that's
right.
Me.
Right. So that was my main question. Like, was it discussed? And if it wasn't discussed, then obviously he fell in head over heels. You get what I'm saying? He was way more in love than she was. And the reality of it is maybe he just wasn't the type of guy she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. Maybe he was the type of guy that she was willing to experience because he was different from the guy she was normally used to dating. Like sometimes people just like to try things different. And that don't mean that, that don't mean that they like the difference. She just might still be the type of woman that like a future. Like we're not gonna act like, you get what I'm saying? We're not gonna act like, Beyonce and them may make the Destiny Child ain't make a song, I Want a Soldier. Back in the days, it was the song, I Want a Roughneck. Like there's always been this talk about how women liked bad guys, right? Like it's not like this is not new. It's nothing new under the sun.
It's not.
So
nice guys finish last.
Right. These are the sayings that we've been hearing for a long time, right? And the reality of it is, I can't speak for every woman. Obviously I can't because women are different, right? But there's a lot of women out there that be talking about this, the Sierra prayer, you get what I'm saying? And wanting this, a certain type of man like a Michael B. Jordan and so on and so forth. But they don't even know, like they don't even really want that because that's not what they like. They like someone that takes control. You get what I'm saying? Now, again, I'm not talking about someone that's controlling, right? I'm not talking about controlling your life. I'm talking about someone that, as a man, that, hey, babe, and that person, makes the decision, right? He's not looking at you to figure it out, right?
Right.
Somebody. So if you're with a guy who anything you ask for, anything you say, like he just jump up and do it, like that's not going to be attractive to a woman that naturally, wants someone that takes control. She's going to enjoy the benefits of being in control of the relationship. Make no mistake about it. You got Gabrielle Union with Dwayne Wade. You got Jada Pinkett with Will Smith. Like, trust me, they enjoy dominating their relationships, but those are the women that would cheat with a nigga that they can't dominate. They'll marry someone that could dominate, but then because that person is allowing them to dominate them, in their mind, he's weak. And then that man that she's out interacting with, that's giving her pushback, that's talking back to her, that's like correcting her, that's the nigga that's gonna get a pussy wet. That's the nigga that's gonna be turning her on.
I see how he talking right now. This is exactly how they be talking on the show. Make sure y'all subscribe. Go ahead and drop it in the chat again. Subscribe to 2Ps in a podcast. I see no lies detected. I mean, there are women like that. Like I know from me, like I couldn't be with no sucker. Like I don't, put it this way. I like the nice guy, but I need to know that I'm protected. My husband, I know that if I'm somewhere, if something happens, I'm safe. I'm safe. He's a man's man, and I'm gonna be good.
Right.
I don't want to be with somebody that I gotta worry if something happens in the street, that I'm gonna be the one to have to protect us. Like, I'm if my man in it, I'm getting in it too. But I don't want to. I need to feel that protection. Now, I'm old now, so I don't need all that street shit, all that stuff. That means nothing to me.
Right.
But I definitely think that she's very young. Oh, she's very young. And she just wasn't ready. And I just don't see how he didn't know that. So, you tell me that there weren't. I mean, she's Lori freaking Harvey. She's 25 years old. It's no way. And he tried to be every bit of the man that he probably thought she wanted, and failed miserably. And like this public display, like it has,
So that's the issue, though. You said a key thing. He tried to be every bit of the man that he thought she wanted. Now, my question to that is, why are you trying to be what a woman wants instead of being who you are?
Yeah, right.
Right? Because now you find yourself in this peculiar situation where you went out your way to be who you thought she wanted, and then she didn't want you. So what? Now, is it safe to say you lost yourself? Now you got to refine yourself now?
Exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. And it happens with the roles reversed sometimes as well. But this particular situation for a man, like, to make such a public gesture like this, not knowing if he was going to get that response, like, that was irresponsible. If you ask me, that's hella irresponsible. Like, now you're in the category of simp.
Right.
Before, you were just Michael B. Jordan. This was, the dude everybody thought you were. You were just being good to this woman who was with men who weren't so great. But now you're a simp. Like, it was detrimental to him all the way around. Like, even for his future, it's like, now he has to wonder if he'll ever have a relationship with someone who really wants him for him, or for what he can give someone. Like, right.
And I also attribute that to the fact that he's young too. What, Michael B. Jordan, 25, right?
Is he that young?
I think so. I don't want to, correct me if I'm wrong, because somebody
set up and
find out how much.
I thought he was at least 30. And that, I mean, even 30, nobody was married before 30, honestly.
Right. Exactly.
Today, with social media and like you have to, and I tell my daughter all the time, like she has a boyfriend. You know what I mean? But I tell her all the time, like, you don't have to be in this super committed relationship at 19.
So early. Yeah, it's too
Yeah,
early.
because what's gonna end up happening? What happens if y'all get married now? Who's to say? Because you're not gonna be the same person, and this can happen if you're older as well. People
Yeah, correct.
hey, you're guaranteed to not be the same person at 19 as you are at 35. So I just don't ever want her to have like resentment towards anyone or not, because that happens as well too. And then you end up blaming each other and you start treating each other bad. And
Right.
I think when you're young, your youth is designated for finding yourself.
Absolutely.
Finding yourself, and that shit takes some time. Like
Mhm.
it takes women a long time, but it takes men even longer. So
Yeah.
you try to be in something committed that young. I think she did the right thing saying no.
Yeah, she did do the right thing.
She did the right thing saying no. He did the wrong thing even asking, especially if he didn't know if that was the
If that's what
direction
she
that we
wanted,
were going.
right.
Like that makes I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Like
Yeah, and she obviously must didn't want that because you can't tell me that y'all two been dating. She's been talking about marriage, and then you propose, and she just say no.
No,
because
right.
like, why would she even
Why
talk
would
about
she do
marriage to someone she don't have no intentions on marrying? So
Yeah,
I don't think
think
that
she did
conversation ever came up. I don't think they
I
ever
don't
spoke about
either.
marriage. Yeah,
I don't even. I think that he thought that he was
saving
he
her.
was different. Yeah,
He was gonna save her.
he was gonna change. He did what we do to y'all. I'm gonna
Yeah.
change her.
Right,
I'm gonna
right,
be the change that she need. And
right.
that's something that you guys talk a lot about Black women getting into these relationships,
Trying to change men.
trying to change men.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just really I respect the point of view that you guys give because we need to hear it. And somebody, I think it might have been Love Dorsey that said it, is that men hear these things, they take these things from women, and we never know the effects because y'all don't say anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And my husband will tell you all the time, sometimes he just be silent because he don't want to say the wrong thing.
Right.
Sometimes, just sometimes, you gotta say it because we don't
Absolutely.
know if you don't say anything.
And
like,
I
gotta put that aside.
right. And I say all times you got to say something.
Mm-hmm. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
Oh yeah. No, I'm with you. Got to start somewhere. But I'm just saying, like,
somewhere.
yeah, because I say this a lot, but that term "silent majority."
35.
Oh, who? Michael B. Jordan?
That's what somebody put in here. 35.
Oh, I didn't think he was that old.
I thought he wasn't too far behind me. He's a couple years behind me.
Okay, I didn't think he was that old, but okay. But
see, old enough to know better though.
Well, shit. The thing about him is he been in the public eye for a while, and is this the first public relationship? Because I don't really follow this stuff, but I don't remember him dating anybody else.
Me neither. I don't remember any public relationships, and I was always told that he liked not Black women.
Well, where that narrative came from?
Probably a Black woman. Look,
yeah,
probably a Black woman just mad.
Never seen him in a relationship, so they just say, "Oh, he don't like Black women." Like, people just making stuff up. People be making stuff up, but yeah, man. People we got to speak how we feel. Like that. That's what the First Amendment is about. And just FYI, our very, very first episode on Two Peas in Podcast is about the First Amendment. So trust me, we unloaded on that. So we're gonna drop that soon. We went in about freedom of speech and the First Amendment and how it's being attacked, everything. Yeah.
You said you was being attacked?
No, how freedom of speech is being attacked.
I was saying you was being attacked by who, DK?
Nah, I wasn't being attacked.
You guys have a really good on-screen chemistry. And it's so funny because there's some topics that y'all will talk about that I'll expect him to have one point of view and you to have the other, but y'all will have opposite. And then the next week it happens again. I'm like, I can't read them. Like, so I think that's a really like refreshing thing about you guys and the topics. Like I said, it's like an event will happen and you guys just so happen to put a show out that week, with the Buffalo mass shooting Lori Harvey, Roe v. Wade. So I think you guys really have a great on-screen chemistry. And I love, so who is it that we hear in the background, the woman?
Oh, that's Kat. Yeah, that's
I love her chiming in.
That's our engineer, yeah.
Yeah, she's dope because she every now and again she'll be like, "Can I interrupt here and just say?"
Yeah.
And like I think she adds something to the show as well. You don't hear her every time, but you know, every now and again when you guys need a statistic or you need like she's moved by something that you said,
right?
She chimes in, and I think that's really good to get that little smidget of female element in there. Not too much because we always talking, right?
Yeah, and we
a little bit.
Right, and we acknowledge that, and we left that floor open for her because we want women to know that, you know, women's voices and opinions and what we talking about, they have a floor too. Now, granted, she don't speak for every woman, we know that,
right?
But she is a woman, and she do have the floor to, you know, chime in from her perspective on things,
from her fresh perspective.
That's right.
So it's hard for me to pick a favorite episode. I don't have a favorite one. I didn't realize that the Jada Will whatever that like that episode was the first one. For some reason, What Is a Woman came up first. And so I watched that show while I was cooking. I know my husband was probably like, "Are we gonna eat tonight?" I'm like cutting stuff up, and I'm just sitting there. Y'all opened up the show with a clip from Dr.
Right.
Oh my God. And they had, I believe, transgender guests.
Yes.
And they had, I don't know if he was like a doctor, a psychiatrist, or whatever.
Yeah, Dr. Walsh.
He asked them what he asked them what a woman is, and
they could not answer that question.
Tap dance around that shit.
Facts.
For so long. Like it was crazy. Just
yeah.
He was like, "What is a woman?" And they could not
answer
the question. And so why this is so important, you guys, is it was a transgender or whatever, and they, you know, we're making the point that they need to be accepted as women. You know, they're, you know, that they shouldn't be treated differently, that, you know, they are a woman, even though they cannot reproduce, they don't have the actual organs, you know, all the stuff that makes you a woman. So the doctor was like, well, if all of those things make you a woman, like, so what is then in your mind, what is a woman? Whatever you want it to be. Like, it was just,
yeah.
You guys broke that down.
Because what you hear about anybody that's pushing that agenda, they always try to avoid answering the question, because if they answer the question, then they know that they can't be trying to, you know, be equal or the same as a natural born biological woman. It's not the same. And that's why they dance around the question. That's why they don't answer it flat out, and they practically can't answer it, because once they answer it, it basically wipe out their whole fucking, you know, whatever they got going on.
That was an excellent clip. That was an excellent episode. So I thought that was the first episode. So I watched the first 2 episodes like that night. Then it was mad late. I was just like looking at the TV, like, are they gonna be able to answer this question? Like, they're not answering the question. Like he had them stumped. Right. And so I really think it made a good point to really talk about the fact that, okay, you're entitled to say whatever you want. You're entitled to feel whatever you want. But when you start trying to make it fact, you can't make that fact. You can't make.
You also can't make me call you something, right? Like you can't make me subscribe to what you believe in or what you feel, right? Because your feelings aren't facts. So
say that again for the people in the back.
Yeah, feelings aren't facts. Actually, feelings changes often. So if feelings are facts, we won't never have any truth because it'll always be moving. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, we can't go based off of feelings. Shit. If that's the case, I'm gonna walk up in JP Morgan Bank and tell him I feel like I'm a fucking white man.
Like I feel like I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, like shit. Go in the back and bring my billions out. I feel like I'm a billionaire.
I feel like I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, like miss me.
See how far that shit gets you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To a fucking psychiatric ward. That's where it's gonna get you.
So again, you guys, the podcast is called Two Peas in a Podcast. I love the play on words. The host is the one and only Mr. Rich Verbz and DK.
Yes, sir.
So tell the people, when do you normally put your shows up?
So usually every Friday. We record live on Thursdays. But it's on Facebook, and it's at Dallas on Air. So that's the radio station where we go to record at. Mm-hmm. So we're live every Thursday on that platform, but I usually put it on to our YouTube page either later on that Thursday or early Friday.
Okay, so you guys got to check it out. I usually catch you guys like on Wednesday because I'm off on Wednesdays because I'm doing a fresh perspective. Usually I'm doing my interviews that day. So I'll try to catch it the following Wednesday. And again, you guys, this is great, refreshing content from two straight Black men who have an opinion on the things that affect us today. When Rich first did our show, we talked about cancel culture.
Absolutely.
It's funny because Dave Chappelle was like, if feelings, if it was about feelings, I'll just be like, wouldn't it be funny if I was like, I feel Chinese, in a nigga body, you know what I mean? Right. So you guys tackle some really, really sensitive and much needed topics. I'm gonna give you the opportunity now to plug your show. I know you know how to do that.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and plug your show. Tell the people why they need to watch you, where they can find you, and all that good stuff.
I appreciate it. I need all of y'all to go subscribe to Two Peas in a Podcast, right, on YouTube. I believe one of the mods, I seen it. She shot the link around, so y'all can hit the link in the chat, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We promise to keep great content coming. Keep you informed on current events and what's going on, and just give you real perspective, right? We're not coming up here pushing the same narrative, that's going around, and this monolithic thought thing that's going on where for some reason all Black people supposed to think the same and shit like that. So we giving shout out to Lady Fresh. We giving fresh perspective on the Two Peas in the Podcast, right? So tune in. Check out with us every Thursday, and yeah, that's about it, man. As far as the music, you can check out my website. I appreciate that, Fresh Breezy. It's VERBALZ.com, VERBALZ.com. So I got merch, RRL7, which is that project that's coming out July 7th, and music, videos. The previous album, Worth the Wait, is up there. Subscribe to that too. Just stay in tune with what I got coming on. I'm gonna keep y'all up to date with everything. Everything Rich Verbz, I'm gonna keep y'all up to date with.
Everything Rich Verbz. That's what I'm talking about. So a little birdie told me we got another freestyle.
Man, I love doing this for the people.
I mean, I can tell just by your energy, like you really love what you're doing. So would you say that music is your first love, no matter what else you're doing?
It is. Music run through my veins. Like, I feel like, I've been through some journeys with this music, and I'm still here. I'm still going hard, and I know it's going to happen one day because it's inevitable. It got to happen. Like, the world got to be aware of this talent. It's impossible. They can't talk about the greatest of all time and not mention Rich Verbz. So they got to know about me.
I love that. All right. So we're going to do another freestyle.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to drop this beat for you right quick. Make sure you can hear it.
Let's go.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. bars are serious. It's so different, I'm killing it. There's no concealing it, bro, the way you feeling it. I benefit from the fact that I've been this shit. Mac with extended clip, clap till you finish it. See the writings on the wall like penmanship. Stand tall or bitch up. Ain't a nigga you know can say I ever switched up. I'm built tough, like 4 trucks where I left off, I pick up. And I ain't lose a step, my nigga. Fucking with me, you better come correct, my nigga. I put it down when they yes is like beat. Yeah, I'm around. They say I sound like water, get deep in your ground like I'm the ghost. I disappear on you, watch how I coast to the finish line, man. It been my time, just a rope late. You broke weight, get your dough straight for you approach made. Pro se on the court in my court date. Mamba mentality, get the fans what they want from us. No iron team, but there's a me in that motherfucker. You must be drunk. I don't know what you sipping, son. But I'm running this shit. Shakari Richardson, you know I hop on tracks and have a field day. This my house, kick you out the open fairway. I feel a way about the censorship and cancel culture. Silence of people's voices, the Instagram posts, Facebook feeds, and the Twitter tweets. Man, this shit is crazy. How they did the baby. When you're straight, seems your opinion is hate. Either agree or stay silent and be fake. Hey, for Pete's sake, cheapskate, this is cheesesteak. Philly better than me, make Junior famous like cheesecake. Embarrass you for the world to see like the deep state. Now wrestle with that idea. Brutus the barber beefcake. I'm with the shit, spreading love like Faison, floor Maison in my prime, how I deliver shit. Package it well, potent the cell, smell the shit, vacuum tight. You don't know who you dealing with. Yeah, I'm nice. Definition of a lyricist. They don't call me verbal for nothing, nigga. I'm different. Badass like Boosie. Speak my truth with no problem. Give it to you raw like Nick Cannon with no condom. No honor amongst thieves. Amongst these rappers, I'm ahead by a wide margin like monk sleeves. They're not my equal. Every bar lethal, the hate real. Feel it in the air like Seagull. Only rolling with my posse. Mario Van Peebles. How they lift the voice of the oppressed by oppressing people. How they canceling instead of correcting people. Everything, Socrates philosophy, stand on what you stand on, but stop the hypocrisy. My hypothesis telling me that a storm is brewing, so stay strong and keep calm. I'm King Kong, I lean on, I'm ding dong, ring the bell, nigga, the song abusing. All amusing, stay funny to me, send a challenge to any rapper, that's easy money for me. I'm passionate, dark energy like Baphomet, tapping with my ancestors, spiritual guidance, know the science, they demonized, then form alliance with our symbols, food for thought, you eating off God's menu. So pull a chair up and dine off what he got. I spit the truth. Them fables like Eastside. Yeah. Nas is like classic beat, you know. Had to jump on that and do my 1-2.
Yo, you be spitting some serious bars. You know, I'm from New York, so lyrics mean everything.
You know that.
Lyrics mean everything. It's
that.
so different. Like this, everybody, you know, it's the music, it's the beat, it's this. Half time, I can't understand what the hell they saying. I be trying, but like I love the intensity. I love the lyrical play on words and like.
Appreciate it.
And Rich Verbz, yo, you're super dope.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't give up the music no matter what. Okay,
keep
dropping the joints.
Ever, I won't ever.
Tell them again when the new project is coming out.
The new project drops July 7th. This year, so that's next month on July 7th, is RRL7. Monetary Gains, new single that's out streaming on all platforms right now. I got other joints out too. Maybe Lady Fresh probably gonna play some of them, so I'm not gonna even drop them on you right now. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all support. You know, if y'all like what y'all heard, tune in to me, check out previous projects, check out what I got coming down the line, and it's only gonna get better.
Oh, I definitely see it. You guys gotta you have a bright future in music, period. And I'm a fan of the podcast. I think that you guys, you know, I look at like the fresh perspective and 2 Ps in the pod as something really refreshing and much needed today. It's not the typical bullshit that you get. Like, even though we have our nights where we sit around and we talk shit, and you know, we just want to unleash from, you know, whatever days we had at work or L's we took in the finals.
Yeah, that was a tough loss the other day.
I got my green, Lady Fresh.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that.
We gotta pull this game 5.
We will. Listen. The Celtics haven't lost back-to-back games or playoffs, right? And I predicted from the beginning we was gonna win at 4-2. They got their 2 games. It's time to wrap it up.
Let's see. This is why
Let's
you're
go.
my guy. This
Let's
is why
go.
you're my guy.
Let's wrap it up.
Yes. Let's wrap this shit up. Send these niggas packing.
Yeah, send them packing.
All y'all Golden State fans in the chat. Love you, but you got to go.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. What Marty Marr say?
So, you know, this show was about updating from our last conversation. We talked about the music. We're going to always talk about the music. I'm going to always play your music and promote your music. We talked about the podcast. I think you guys are naturals. You're going to get better at it. I think you address some really great topics, and it keeps you engaged. Like, I want to watch it. It doesn't feel like I'm obligated to watch. I want to watch it. I want to tune in. That's dope.
I'm glad it's keeping you engaged.
So now we have the business side of Rich Verbz with the real estate. I understand you're doing some investments, and tell us a little bit about that.
So I've been in real estate for over 15 years, but on the other side. So I was actually in corporate America, underwriter for banks and things of that nature. So I recently, February of this year, I got laid off from my job, and I decided to transition to the other side of the real estate, which is being the actual investor, and investing in the properties, buying and flipping properties, and things of that nature. So as far as the real estate investing, like, I'm looking for a property in all 50 states. Right. If anybody's looking to sell their home, if anybody is in a predicament with like a foreclosure or lis pendens, you need an option of or a way to keep your home, or perhaps you don't want to lose your home to a foreclosure, and you rather sell it and gain something from it rather than just losing it and effing up your credit. Like, anything like that, you can reach out to me. I'm Rich. In the investor world, they know me as Rich, the investor, right? And so you can reach me directly through Lady Fresh, because I know y'all have subscribers. So
and your subscribers now too, right, y'all?
I appreciate y'all. But yeah, if you know anybody that's in a predicament where they need some type of assistance, or anybody that's just looking to sell, I purchase property with cash. We conduct quick closings. You don't have to worry about waiting 60 and 90 days if you're going through somebody that's financing and going through the bank process. Like I told you, I used to underwrite loans for more than 10 years, and it takes 30 to 60 days for that process. So we try to eliminate all of that and make it easy. I'm not one of these investors. There's a lot of investors out here that try to lowball people on their property. That's not me. I'm a people's person. I'm a person of the people. So how I like to approach when I'm talking to sellers is I like to see what mutual agreement and what common ground we could come to where they walk away happy and I walk away happy. Because at the end of the day, I'm an investor, and it got to make sense for me too. Like, if it don't make sense for me, then I can't do anything with the property.
And you said all 50 states?
Yeah.
That's dope. So I hope y'all heard that now.
And if you refer deals to me, and I accept one of your deals, and I will compensate you.
I heard that. See, y'all can even make a little bit of money at this too.
Absolutely.
And I'm definitely gonna have to reach out to you behind the scenes, because I partnered up with a company where I just recently became certified to help like developments and people get energy and gas like in their homes. Okay. So partnering up with like a broker or somebody who develops, somebody that's doing development as far as like multi-units or whatever, we have access to really, really great discounts when it comes to energy sources, whether it be gas, electric. Like, our numbers are the lowest that you're gonna find. So
That's good.
we definitely want to start partnering up with, more real estate agents, more brokers, people who are in front of people who need to, source their homes with energy and electricity.
Right, absolutely.
So, Rich Verbz,
Yes.
what do you think about today's interview? I did much better than I did last time. I had so many technical difficulties. I was like embarrassed. I wanted to cry. I was so upset that day.
No, I love today's interview, and I enjoyed, the last interview too. It, like you said, it was technical difficulties. Other than that, the vibe was right, the questioning was right. We was building. It was a great first show, and I feel it was an even better second show.
Oh, thank you so much. And hopefully you will not be a stranger to the Fresh Perspective. We already been talking about collaborating and doing some things. I can't wait to meet DK. I don't like saying meet. But
Yeah.
at some point, I really do want to connect with him because, aside from the podcast, he has other things going on as well.
Correct.
With stocks and crypto and all that, and speaking my language. And speaking of that, you guys, real quick, I'm just gonna do a plug for next Wednesday's episode. Yes, next Wednesday. Look, y'all get 2 episodes this week, like we used to. Next week we're gonna be doing a Crypto 101 with the Crypto Rocket. Miss Rebecca Joy is gonna be here. That's gonna be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. We might push back to 6:30 depending. She's in British Columbia, so we may have to change the time, but definitely tune in for this episode on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about crypto, the proper way to get involved, who should and should not be investing, and the proper steps to take if you're interested in getting involved in crypto. And so I would definitely love to get, DK on the show and have his perspective as well, and maybe even do something on a regular basis where we can start guiding people to making a proper investment. You know what I mean? Because the only way you're going to build generational wealth is to actually start to build it.
Absolutely.
Somebody has to make a step.
This is true. And DK, he unfortunately couldn't make it today because he was at work, but we definitely will be together on the next show. And I will connect him with you in regards to the crypto conversation because he's pretty informed in that area.
Yes, I know. I would love to have him. I think the people would love to have him, and we definitely got to have you back on the Fresh Perspective. And I look forward to seeing what else you have coming up this year. The new album dropping. Definitely going to be bumping that on the Fresh Perspective. I'm excited for you. I'm happy to know you, and I look forward to everything that you're gonna bring in the future.
Thank you. Likewise.
We're gonna be playing some more Rich Verbz music. In fact, let's go ahead and play another one of my favorites. This one is called Monetary Gains.
Hey.
So, yeah, I sense that that's one of your favorite ones.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Not out of the whole catalog, but right now, yeah, this is one of my favorites right here.
What's
and
the
then
inspiration behind that one?
Huh?
What's the inspiration behind that song?
It's pretty self-explanatory. Just monetary gains, it's about, as quote unquote, like we say, getting to the bag, but also, like you said, monetary gains in every aspect, whether it's crypto, whether it's stock. Anything, like that's what it's about. It's about building wealth. So in order to build wealth, you need to have, businesses and different streams of revenue and income. You need monetary gains.
Yes. Say that again. Multiple streams of income
Absolutely.
is so necessary. I don't think there's any millionaires that don't have, not self-made. So I'm not talking about the people who inherit it or people who, hit the lottery, but people who make and generate their millions.
7 streams of income.
That's what's recommended. I'm on 4.
There you go. You pass half.
I'm on So I need to start looking like it soon. So
it's all coming.
Look, yeah, it's coming. Like it's definitely, it's not a race. You know what I mean?
It's a marathon. Yeah.
It's on to something.
it's a marathon, and it's all about manifestation. You got to believe it. You got to put it out there, and you got to receive it and go get it.
Affirmations are so important. You definitely have to speak it. That is something that I learned. I feel like later in life, how putting out that positive energy and the things that you want. In fact, there was something that I said on the show the other day. I wrote it down. I don't know where it is. It was I think it was in the Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan episode where he was like, your wants, your work, or your wants need to match your. I don't remember what it was. It was like your want needs to match your work or something like that. Basically, stop asking for shit you're not ready to work for. You know what I mean? Like a lot of women do. They want this kind of man, but they're not willing to put the effort and work into themselves in order to attract the man of that caliber. Right.
Worth that type of man, yeah.
DK was like, yeah, your work ain't matching your want. And he was like, I like that. I like that.
I tell you gotta repeat that again, right?
Again. Yeah. And that's that is
yeah.
It does. It resonated.
It did with me too, yeah.
It resonated.
It makes a lot of sense, you know.
So I'm gonna play one more song. Well, I'm gonna play a couple of your songs, but I'm gonna let you go. I know you're a busy man. I thank you so much for granting me this interview. We had a date.
Thank you for having me.
And this man right here with his businesses and his, real estate, he has some things going on. And I actually learned how to work quick. I had my back against the wall and I was like, I need to come up with another episode. What am I going to do? And I came up with one. We had a great episode, but I'm just so glad that you reached out to me. It was like, Lady Fresh, I'm ready to reschedule. I was like, I don't know when he's going to come back, but you came back.
Yeah, no, I kept my word.
You did. You're a man of your word. I appreciate it. So until we see you again.
Yes. Till next time. Appreciate you.
All right, Rich. Don't be a stranger.
Never.
All right, you guys. This next one is Monetary Gain.
I'm on the bigger things, I'm talking monetary gains. I'm on the bigger things, I'm talking monetary gains. Old money, new money. No, we are not the same. Always contemplating new moves. Getting to is what I'm used to. Back to back, cool roots moves. I got a whole lot of juice too. I'm on the bigger things, I'm talking monetary gains. Old money, new money. No, we are not the same. Always contemplating new moves. Getting to is what I'm used to. Back to back, cool roots moves. I got a whole lot of juice. Whenever you're focused on building your bands, gotta navigate and get to the money. No distraction gonna take me off course. Laughing at you clowns, you know what's funny? I'm that nigga and they know what it costs. Chick gon' get it, I don't care what it costs. All this horsepower, know me to floss. Rockin' Ralph Lauren up in the Porsche. New cologne scent smelling like honey. Keep the thing on me for whoever want it. Fantastic with the 4 pound. Desert Eagle or the 40 cal. Jimmy Fox, I lift your soul out. People saying hold soul out. Motherfuckers don't know what they talk about. I just think they need someone to talk about. So they sit around and gossip like bitches. Pocket watching and critiquing decisions. Truth is they know shit about business. I'm on a mission, trying to get into the billions. Can't get caught up in my feelings. Raising the ceiling. Y'all know the flow appealing. Able, ready, and I'm willing. Give a fuck about your feelings. I'm making a killing. I'm on the bigger things. I'm talking monetary gain. Old money, new money. No, we are not the same. Always contemplating new moves. Getting to is what I'm used to. Back to back, cool roots moves. I got a whole lot of juice too. I'm on the bigger things. I'm talking monetary gains. Old money, new money. No, we are not the same. Always contemplating new moves. Getting to is what I'm used to. Back to back, cool roots moves. I got a whole lot of juice too. I got a whole lot of this. And I got a whole lot of that. Whole lot of y'all rags. Whole lot of y'all act like you're really with the shits. Really blood a crib, really you're a bitch. I really keep the fifth, really getting chips, really need the shit. Yeah, they know I'm lit. 100 on the wrist, icy as a bitch. Spicy as a kid. My FIT is a drip. Quite pricey at the Ritz. Got your wifey on my dick. She loving my style, the way I get down, and she like the way I spit. Feeling wavy in this bitch. To the max speed like a motherfucker. I'm the gravy on the bitch. Fuck they saying out here. Shit. Only money talk to me. Come and talk to me. You gotta be worth shit. I'm on the bigger things. I'm talking monetary gain. Old money, new money. No, we are not the same. Always contemplating new moves. Getting to is what I'm used to. Back to back, cool moves, moves. I got a whole lot of juice too. I'm on the bigger things. I'm talking monetary gains. Old money, new money. No, we are not the same. Always contemplating new moves. Getting to is what I'm used to. Back to back, cool moves, moves. I got a whole lot of juice too.
That was Monetary Gains by Rich Verbz. Did you guys enjoy this interview? Let me see some fire emojis if you enjoyed this interview. He got bars and bars and bars for days, you guys. I told you this was going to be a good one. And he's a Celtics fan, so he's always going to be good in my book. I just wanted to take a quick second before I go. Just to thank everybody for showing up. That's right. Let me see those fire signs. Thank everybody for coming out. I tell you guys all the time, I feel like I'm a bit of a baby because I'm always telling you guys how much I appreciate you, how much I appreciate the support. This journey hasn't been easy. It's hard finding the time. It's hard finding the content sometimes. I really want to do interviews and I have to vet people. I need to find people and I don't want to just bring out anybody. You know, the whole concept is to educate. And so I can't be educating y'all on, I can't educate y'all with, you know, using people who I don't know if they can teach you something. So I gotta, it takes time, you know? And so I appreciate you guys being supportive. I appreciate the cash apps, and don't forget to hit my cash app. It's on the screen. Hashtag I am Lady Fresh. If anything resonated with you today, show a sister some love. But yeah, thank you guys so much. The support has been immense, and you know, I really do appreciate you guys so much. I am gonna put my email up. I do this at the end of every show. Because if you guys have content that you want to see, if you have topics you want me to cover, if you have music, that's what I need. I need music. I need new artists. I need uncopyrighted music. I did copyrighted music today because my guest is, you know, he's a published artist. But I need uncopyrighted new music that hasn't been heard. Somebody who's trying to get out there. Please send it to my email, thefreshperspective22@gmail.com. Also, you guys, I'm going to start on the next show circulating my Lady Fresh page. That's going to be my backup page. So if you see me in the chat and you click on Lady Fresh, go ahead and subscribe to that as well. I need to have my backup page. So when I do my copyrighted music, I'll either do it on that page or I'll have a backup just in case anything ever happens. I want to make sure that I don't lose you guys. I have all you guys, you know, because I work hard for my 161 subs. Guys, make sure you're sharing the page. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me see who else is in the chat that I may not have seen earlier. Linda215, salute. I saw my Eve. Hi, Eve. Love you, boo. Virgo Views, salute. ATG TV, salute. E, I see you, salute. Thank you for stopping by. Oh my God, Coach Love, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Coach Love, are you doing like a marathon? Like, are you live for like days at a time? Are you going for a record? What exactly is happening over there? Because I feel like you're never not on. What you got going on over there, Coach Love? Great content. But yeah, I was like, I feel like she's been She's been live for many days now. Yes, okay, that's what I thought. I struggle to try to be live twice a week, and you managed to keep that content going. Well, salute to you, Coach Love, and thank you for taking time to come by and see us over here at the Fresh Perspective. Who else did I see? My Foxy Moon, thank you for stopping by, sis. I appreciate the support. I need to call you and get a reading. I haven't had one in a while. So, thanks for stopping by. You guys, honestly, I need to know, what do you think about the red hair? You know, I'm trying to be cute. You know, I'm getting ready to go to Houston on Wednesday. Me and Fresh Breezy, we going to H-Town. And so I wanted to be real cute, you know, with my red hair. You know, red's my favorite color. And so, you know, I just figured I'd try something a little different. I'm trying to be y'all favorite redhead. So I gotta let me know if y'all like the color. I try to switch up every couple of weeks. And so you have to tell me what you think about my hair this go around. What color should I do next? I'm thinking I want a blue. Or should I do like a Celtic green when we win that finals? Which I think. No. I could pull green off. I could do any color. But yeah. All right, you guys. I'm gonna play another track from Mr. Rich Verbz. Yeah, me too. Late first 2 times a week be killing me. Something I know, right? It's hard. It's hard. It is. And you want to put out quality stuff. You don't, you know. I like your red hair. It looks good on you. Thank you, my boo. Eve, I was just blonde, Eve. I was a honey blonde like 2 weeks ago. Did you miss it? Okay, I'll pull that one back out. I got to start naming my girls, you know. I got different names for my girls. But what? Oh, well, looky. Hello, Miss Nisha. Oh, my goodness. I am so happy to see you. You guys, this young lady right here is the best chef I've ever had. Oh my God, her food is amazing. She made, we went to college together, and she was the caterer for Fresh Breezy's 50th birthday. And her food was simply amazing. So that video that you saw that Maine did of all the setup of all the food, that was this young lady right here. I'm definitely gonna have a show with her, so she can, you know, promote her business. We'll drop her banners. We'll have her come up here and talk about all that delicious food that she makes. And she also knows how to do like nutritional stuff. So, you know, she knows that I was struggling with trying to do like meal prep and eating things that are right and healthy. And she actually got on the phone with me and went through some things that I can do while I'm on the road, because it's so hard to eat right on the road. And so she gave me a lot of good suggestions. So I think, and you know, Nisha, you open to that, doing a show one day where we can get up here and talk about nutritional food and even some of that not so nutritional food that you make. Guys, she's a fantastic caterer. She's located in Atlanta, Georgia. But I think I'm going to be having a party in Kansas City in January, so I'm gonna have to have her come out here, and do something with me. Sweet Tea too. Let me tell you, these two women, man, they probably shut the city down. They come out here cooking up all that damn food. We gonna be in trouble. Sweet Tea and Nisha, we in trouble, y'all. I know, right? Fresh Breezy, her food is fire. So Breezy, while I got you right here, I don't know if Jay Savage is still in here, and I feel like Bonnet was probably in the bushes, maybe. When we gonna get y'all to come do another Drunk Uncles episode? I'm saying y'all be playing too much. I need y'all to come do another Drunk Uncles with me, all three of you, and y'all can start y'all recruiting, because I know y'all want to recruit more. They actually have a page now, y'all, on IG. So check out the Drunk Uncles podcast. They have a page now. So this one says the Drunkles podcast. I believe the page is under the Drunk Uncles podcast. Same shit, different name. They still be drunk all the time and plan to bum rush multiple platforms. And so I do believe that we are getting ready to head over to Behind the Bar 2.0. He's interviewing ATG TV. You guys don't want to miss that interview. Maine didn't send me a banner. Maine, you should have sent me a banner. I could have put it up for the show. But yeah, you guys head on over to Behind the Bar 2.0. Let's keep this party going. I'm gonna play another song for you and get ready to get up out of here. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to next week. Well, not next week, but the next episode, which is Crypto 101 with the Crypto Rocket. Another fantastic young lady that I met on Clubhouse, Rebecca Joy. And she's going to be joining us and giving us some much needed tips about crypto, investing in crypto, do's and don'ts, things to look out for, how to avoid scams, because that's one of the biggest things nowadays is people are being scammed out of a lot of money. And so she's going to, walk us through some things that we can do to not only protect ourselves, but, to help us start to build wealth. That's something that I think we all want to do. We all want to have something to leave our children. So we're going to start with the Crypto Rocket this Wednesday. It's going to be either 6 or 6:30. I'll update it and let you guys know. But hopefully you'll be able to tune in. Thanks again. Thank you to Rich Verbz for joining me today. Hopefully he will be back and DK will join him next time on The Fresh Perspective. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will catch you on the flip side.
I don't know what to say. Just know my flow, how to soap opera. All of my children are all on the way. They gon' follow my ways. I'm resetting the game. It's Verbz the Great. Put some respect on my name. I don't know what to say. Just know my flow, how to soap opera. All of my children are all on the way. They gon' follow my ways. I'm resetting the game. It's Verbz the Great. Put some respect on my name. A lot of shit on my mind. They know I'm real about mine. Nigga, I kill about mine. I'm going hard about mine. I got the heart of a lion. In your heart, you know you're lying. Like a citation, I'm fine. Keep getting better with time. I keep getting better with timing. No more nickel and diming. Nickel plated 9 diamonds. All in the jury, I'm shining. Load up the clips, I'm grinding. I understood the assignment. Homie, I'm big on alignment. Everything's about timing. Trendsetter, been better. Get cheddar, big stepper. Go get a dream catcher. Flow spitter, green pastures. Lay you down and then play around with them eulogies from the street pastor. No regard for you weak rappers. I'm just spitting that heat action. I don't know what to say. Just know my flow, how to soap opera. All of my children are all on the way. They gon' follow my ways. I'm resetting the game. It's Verbz the Great. Put some respect on my name. I don't know what to say. Just know my flow, how to soap opera. All of my children are all on the way. They gon' follow my ways. I'm resetting the game. It's Verbz the Great. Put some respect on my name. Double RL7. You see the way that I'm stepping, weighted a weapon, tucked in my waist, fuck out my face. I can't be fake. Come to the flow, know what to say. Stacking that cheddar, loading the safe. Verbz forever, they call me the great. Classes in session, please don't be late. Shorty want a real one, y'all fake. Ash real, make no mistakes. Let me put the ice in on her cake. We made a sex scene in a rain under the stars. You see her face? That is the look of amazement. Come from the jungle to pavement. Brooklyn, I come from the basement. But I'm in the attic now, ice the paddock down. One hit, turn your whole life around. Become a millionaire in minutes. Make them feel me every sentence. I'm the realest, who you kidding? They gon' feel me when I finish. I'm authentic and I'm gifted. Can you feel the culture shifting? I don't know what to say. Just know my flow, how to soap opera. All of my children are all on the way. They gon' follow my ways. I'm resetting the game. It's Verbz the Great. Put some respect on my name. I don't know what to say. Just know my flow, how to soap opera. All of my children are all on the way. They gon' follow my ways. I'm resetting the game. It's Verbz the Great. Put some respect on my name.
Look, let me get it down.
Cash out. Hit the gas, dash out. Milking the game, close the cash cow.
I love Chris Rich.
Always stood tall, never back down. Flows a cash cow. Milking the game, simple and plain. You niggas assed out. Stick to the aim, dues have been paid. Ain't take the fast route. Now it's time to cash out. Yeah, I'm about to cash out. Always stood tall, never back down. Flows a cash cow. Milking the game, simple and plain. You niggas assed out. Stick to the aim, dues have been paid. Ain't take the fast route. Now it's time to cash out. Yeah, I'm about to cash out. Stick to the script, get to the money, give a fuck about a bitch. Came from the bottom, I am a problem that you can't circumvent. Regardless of status, always a product of my environment. That will not change over some change. Tell me how that makes sense. I am convinced you rappers lame. You are the sound and the spitting the same. Ain't saying nothing. I give them substance. I give them hope that there's hope for the game. See the flow so dope, gotta sit it in rice. They know what I'm saying. Just know I ain't playing. I came to win, this is not in the plan. Goddamn. I'm poppin', I'm the man. I got options, but bitch I should kill. They all kneel like Kazam. Blue chips, I'm the man. The blueprint, I'm the plan. Worth the weight a kilogram. Paid in full like Killer Cam. Cash out. Got rubber bands on my bands. Cash cow, stacks pal. Build your brand and expand. Cop some land, feed the fam. I want the Benz beneath the land. Cop some land, feed the fam. I want the Benz beneath the land. Stood tall, never back down. Flows a cash cow. Milking the game, simple and plain. You niggas assed out. Stick to the aim, dues have been paid. Ain't take the fast route. Now it's time to cash out. Yeah, I'm about to cash out. Always stood tall, never back down. Flows a cash cow. Milking the game, simple and plain. You niggas assed out. Stick to the aim, dues have been paid. Ain't take the fast route. Now it's time to cash out. Yeah, I'm about to cash out. I am a cash cow. Your boy done cashed out. I turned 2 to 24. That's 12 times the dough. Had to kick the shit in. They hear me knocking on the door. They try to stop me though. So threatened by the flow. I tell them watch me though. Like criminals in the eye of the law. I got my hands on the post and my eye on the road. Always stuck to the code. Neck full of gold. Wardrobe is low. That's drip head to toe. So I top it off with red bottoms which coordinate the clothes. I'm like no Nate, no. You gotta block some of those. Ops, I pop one of those. Nigga, Kanye, your clothes. Put holes in them, sweatshirt denim. There's a gap between us, bro. My flow vicious, shit so vivid, no capping with it, yo. I just cash out. Milk the game, cash cow. Tear down, packed house. Try front, I back out. Hit the gas, dash out. Don't make me spaz out. We stood tall, never back down. Flows a cash cow. Milking the game, simple and plain. You niggas assed out. Stick to the aim, dues have been paid. Ain't take the fast route. Now it's time to cash out. Yeah, I'm about to cash out. Always stood tall, never back down. Flows a cash cow. Milking the game, simple and plain. You niggas assed out. Stick to the aim, dues have been paid. Ain't take the fast route. Now it's time to cash out. Yeah, I'm about to cash out.
Yeah. Feel good, don't it? Summertime fine. I gotta make a mind. Shorty so summertime fine. She summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make a mind. Yeah. She summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make a mind. Mm-hmm. She summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make a mind. I gotta make a mind. She hot. Shorty so summertime fine. So damn fine. That girl blows my mind. I gotta make her mine. She's so summertime fine. She's so damn fine. That girl blows my mind. I gotta make her mine. She's so summertime fine. Meet Nikki, she pretty, baddest chick in the city. Every time I see her, I feel I need a girl like Diddy. 5'7", $160, mommy thick in the thighs. She pleasure to the eyes. I gotta make her mine. A blessing from the sky, she's so summertime fine. You can see from the front that she heavy from behind. A lot of dudes wanna holler, but intimidated by her, not me. So I approach her like I'm the nice to meet you. I'm a fan, been watching you from the bleachers, just waiting for the perfect opportunity to greet you. I peeped your style
time. I've been seeing you for a while. I'ma tell you like it is. You belong with the kid, miss. You're a gift. I'm trying to rap like Christmas. By the way, your shape is ridiculous. I can see us back to back in sixes. Styling, taking Instagram pictures. Selfie, Lord help me. Her physique got me feeling like she all I need. She reveal herself like Call ID. She respect the great for the ball I be. Ain't need to arm me to be all I can be. Why give a F when you rolling with a G? Got the H on my belt, shirt tucked in my jeans. So it's only right that we clean. My summertime thing. She summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make her mine. Yeah. She summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make her mine. Mm-hmm. She summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make her mine. I gotta make her mine. She hot. Shorty so summertime fine. She's so damn fine. That girl blows my mind. I gotta make her mine. She's so summertime fine. She's so damn fine. That girl blows my mind. I gotta make her mine. She's so summertime fine. I swear she got the face of a goddess. Her body is retarded, top of the line diamonds. Shorty just flawless, attracting all the ballers. From athletes to niggas on the corners. Millionaires all ready to spoil her. Summertime fine, what I call her. Christian Dior, a pearler. Shorty dress her ass off. Mean strut, she got that I'm bad walk. If looks were deadly, you would need the task force. She killing them out there, got the Halle Berry, Beyonce appeal, I swear. She walk up in the spot, everything stop. She turn heads when we in the drop. Yes, so sexy when in the dress, and the shape is the best. Curvy like the letter S, sex next, no stress. Take flight on a jet, just a dress, now you fly it in the rest. Get higher off the best, blowing on the cess. Whispered in the air, baby girl, I'm the best. Unless you want less, there's no contest. She's summertime fine, August in the dress. She's so damn fine. That girl blows my mind. I gotta make her mine. She's so summertime fine. She's summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make her mine. Yeah. She's summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make her mine. Mm-hmm. She's summertime fine, she hot. I gotta make her mine. I gotta make her mine. She hot. Shorty so summertime fine. She's so damn fine. That girl blows my mind. I gotta make her mine. She's so summertime fine. She's so damn fine. That girl blows my mind. I gotta make her mine. She's so summertime fine.
Lesson to me, my family, my life, and I appreciate you.
Like I said, I always try to express my appreciation, to everybody. It's a lot of
perspective. Real empowerment, you better be respected. Lady fresh on that motherfucking check-in. Luigi got her back, she stay protected. Just a fresh perspective. Real empowerment, you better be respected. It's for the geniuses to get you through the night. Not for the haters that they don't come outside.